Joining us today for today's house call is Gundersen Lutheran's Dr. Kyla Lee to tell us about some research recently that really touts the importance of vitamin D. And thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
All right, so why is it now all of a sudden it seems that vitamin D is kind of being attributed to all different kinds of things or having healing powers? What kinds of things is it supposed to help your body with?
Well, I think we're finding out how important the level of vitamin D is for multiple systems. We know that vitamin D is important to keep your calcium levels and your bone health. But besides from osteoporosis, now we found that it's really important for your immune system, for even muscle pain, for heart disease, things like that.
Well, I was going to also say that it seems like when people are tested as well, it's surprising the number of people who actually end up testing low as far as how much vitamin D they're getting every day. Why is it so tough for us to get enough vitamin D?
Well, La Crosse is at the 43rd latitude, and what we know is that over 42, that we don't get as much sun in the winter, and the sun we get isn't effective.
Okay, so it isn't enough.
Isn't enough, and so if you're light-skinned, you need about 15 minutes of sun 3 times a week to get enough. If you're dark-skinned, it may be up to 30 minutes.
To get enough.
Yeah, but most of the time, in the wintertime, we need supplementation, and maybe even through the summer, too. Because if you use suntan lotion, then you don't get that.
That's right. Now, when it comes to finding the right supplement, some supplements will say vitamin D, D2, D3. What vitamin D are we supposed to be buying?
Usually when you go into a Walgreens, you'll see vitamin D3, vitamin D2 or vitamin D3 are absorbed well. They both get absorbed even better if you take them with food or with a meal.
All right. Now, what kinds of food will you find vitamin D in anyway? That could also help.
That's great. So you want to think about fish like salmon or catfish. For vegetables, mushrooms have high level, but sometimes fortification and orange juice or milk is where you would really get it.
All right, so we shouldn't be surprised if we go in for a doctor's appointment, though, if they recommend to us that maybe you want to boost your vitamin D intake a little bit.
I think it's very important that your doctor check it, maybe at your yearly exam, and then they can modify what they think you need, because if you have liver or kidney problems, you might need a different level. Generally, we're thinking around 800 to 1,000 units a day for a healthy adult.
Okay, Dr. Lee, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
All right, stay with us back in just a moment to wrap things up.